Hello and welcome to Walker Designs. I apologise for not making a video until now. I've been starting a new job and a lot of my time has been taken up with it. So I apologise for not making a video for the people who have subscribed and for future people or new people watching the channel. So today we're talking about Starcom. Now, Starcom is basically a toy manufacturing company it was a lineup of toy manufacturing company based from Europe and Canada, made by a company called Colecom. Now, it was Colecom originally created these toys in 1986, and they were a new lineup of toys that consisted of a 13-episode series, and I also had a cartoon made by DIC. It was co-developed with NASA's Young Astronaut Council, despite incredibly complex engineering providing with a vast range of play features. Unfortunately, the lineup failed due to the cutthroat market of the 1980s of toy advertising. So after 1987, Colecom's failure to launch the two lineup resulted in the electronic division, and after the loss of the electronic division, in 1985, the company went bankrupt and was virtually purchased by Mattel. So the original company was called Colecom that made this toy lineup, and then it was taken over by Mattel. Now, this is important. So if you ever own a Starcom toy going forward, and you're interested in selling them, you want to be looking for this on the bottom. Colecom. Colecom is the original and what collectors are looking for in Starcom. If you have the Mattel underneath, it'll still be worth something. It's be valued, obviously, but it won't be valued as much as the Colecom version. And the reason for that is because Colecom is very, very rare compared to the Mattel version. Okay, so what is Starcom basically? So Starcom is basically a series of action figures, vehicles, and spaceships that was very futuristic at the time. They had different unique features that toys even today don't have. So they had two main features of them, design features called the Magla Lock, which is basically a magnetic connection underneath the toy that would attach to a metal plate on the other toy, and they'll connect together and they would hold. They also had power deploy, which basically wind up springs and resistors that would make noises as we're moving forward. That would give you the edge of as if it was moving, as like a moving machine. So it's very, very unique, very different, and subsequently, when I was younger, I had these toys, and I was playing with them quite a lot of the time, and that's what I loved about it. It was very different. It was very. I would have been probably 13, 14 when I was playing these at the time. Maybe even younger than that. Maybe 12 or 10 or 12. I don't know. I can't remember now. I used to have them. I used to buy them every week. So they have a massive lineup. And the lineup they have at the moment, obviously they've got figures. Well, you can see that here they've got figures they start with. Now, obviously, the guns and the little attachments and stuff would have probably been lost. I've probably got some of them, but I don't think I've got all of them. I've got 13 figures though, and some of them going quite well on eBay as well. So the idea of me is selling these items on eBay because. I wouldn't necessarily want to give it to my son. My son's very heavy-handed, and if he broke them, it would just break my heart because I've invested a lot of time and effort into it, a lot of time and play when I was younger. So, as you can see here, we've got obviously you've got planes, and you've got vehicles and cars and things like that they also do. And so what I'll be looking to do is list each one, go through, list a video of each one of these, show the action, what they do, and then I'll after that video then post it on eBay under Walker Designs in terms of trying to get them to be sold, and then just for a bit of extra cash, times are hard at the moment and things like that. So that's the idea of it. And I will go systematically through each one of these, and I have quite a lot of these toys, and I'll go through what they physically do and what we can try and what I'm looking to probably get for on eBay, that kind of thing. So please, if you haven't done already, subscribe to the channel, because you'll see these going forward as I'm showing you each per video. And I'll try and post one. I'll try and do one ideally once a night, but I'll do what I can to get these uploaded for you. And then please, obviously, by all means, like the channel, subscribe, and we'll go through each one of these in sequence, and see where we go from there. So it's something that's been unique for me, something that I grew up with, that I would like to see. Not only see, I mean, some of these, like this one here, for example. I've got this one, and I've got this one, and some of these are exclusives, Canadian or European exclusives. So they're not going to be anywhere else in the world, and I have them. And this one here in particular, which I'll show you in one of the videos, works. No problems at all. There's no problems with these vehicles at all. But as you get older and devices get older, they do have an issue with plastic yellowing, which is quite a common thing for plastic. Bearing in mind, I'm nearly in my 40s, so it's a long time. Obviously, we've had these devices, so these toys. So it is. They've lasted up in a loft for a long time, so it's they're obviously protected in boxes and stuff, but obviously ages and things like that can't have stood the test of time. So unfortunately it was just Star Wars that killed them off, and it was a bit of a shame, really. But so what I'm looking to do is post another video of the first video of the toys. And then we'll go through from there, and then go through from the toys to the small figures to the bigger toys I have at the moment, and then I'll put these on eBay and take it from there. So please please subscribe, write us any comments if you want to on the channel as well. There will be several videos regarding this at the moment, because I've got a lot. We'll go through the videos of each one, and I'll show you this unique toy. So thank you very much for watching the Starcom videos, video diary, I suppose, if you want to call it that. And again, if you need to subscribe, it's Walker Designs. Please, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Be safe.